Hey guys, what's going on? Goya here, sitting in the car with...
Oh, hello, hi! We're starting a reading blog. I'm excited.
Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, guys.
Let's go! Hello, cozy reader friends, and welcome to a very special reading-filled week in my life. I was so fortunate to be able to book a trip to Denmark to spend this time with my family, and of course, what does a cozy remote cottage call for? Lots of reading time, which is exactly what we get into in this video. We find a new favorite cozy fantasy read together, we go book shopping, and lots more. Hope you enjoy, and welcome to the house tour. Hello and welcome to the first evening here in Denmark. I'm very excited. This is going to be the first proper reading vlog, and I know that I'll do an intro tomorrow where I'm going to intro the whole concept, and you know, it's going to make much more sense because right now I'm pretty sleepy. It's... how late is it? Let me check on my Kindle because I'm recording on my phone right now. It is... damn, it's 1 a.m. Okay, it's 1 a.m. Disregard the spot cream that I have on my face, disregard probably most of what I'm going to say, but I just wanted to speak to you guys. You know, this is a reading vlog, and I know that I captured some footage of like us driving and me reading on the way to Hamburg, but I haven't really talked to the camera at all, so this is the first time we're going to do it. We've got our tea. It's called Schiedwetter tea, which in German, specifically Northern German, is like shit weather tea, and it's like a herbal concoction, so I'm very excited. And yeah, let's catch you up. What's happened so far in terms of reading? Where are we? I'm currently reading the Gods and Monsters series by Amber v. Nicole, and I just finished the second book in the car. So that was pretty intense. There were a lot of plot twists that I didn't see coming, and it was really interesting because I don't know if you guys have this, but sometimes I have plot twists that like I don't see coming, and I'm literally like, oh my god, like jaws on the floor. I literally have to take a moment, a second to breathe and pause. And with this one, I feel like I was like reading the plot twists and I was like just almost like skimming past it because I was surprised, but it also didn't like impact me to my core. So I feel like that maybe also tells you something. What are my feelings on the series? Overall, I am really, really happy to be back in the fantasy world. I love being back in a romantasy. This is definitely like a bit of a darker one, I would say. There's a lot of killing. A lot of killing. And that's, I think, one of my pet peeves of like what happened, without any spoilers, in the beginning of the second book. There was just a lot of like one person has lost their way and going on a murderous rampage, and the main characters aren't even together for the first like 30% of the book, and that always pisses me off because I'm like, well, we obviously want you guys together. We know that you guys are going to be together, so it's like, okay, why, you know, in the second book, why are we still here? And I'm very curious to see. The second book ended on a huge cliffhanger, so I'm very interested to see what is going to happen in the third. The whole concept of the book, if you haven't heard of it yet, is that it is set in the future, in this alternate, you know, universe where there's different realms, and there's gods and there's monsters, and you know, traditionally, obviously, gods are seen as like the good ones, the people that like save other people, and there's celestials, there's gods, kind of in that like good category, and there's the monsters, and our female main character is actually in the monsters category. So we've got a bit of a villain arc, a bit of a morally grey main character. It literally starts, like the book literally starts with her killing a load of people, and she serves this evil mastermind who created her, and he keeps her under his thumb and keeps her as his weapon by keeping her sister safe. So her sister is kind of his leverage, and he always says, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna do something bad to your sister. So that's kind of, and her sister is like the reason why she even became a monster. It's this whole thing. Her sister is super, super important to her. So that's where it starts. And our male main character is obviously one of the gods. And so they are proper enemies. They are proper enemies, and I do think that the enemies to lovers arc was really well done in the first book. So can I say whether I'd recommend the series yet or not? I'm iffy on it at the moment, but I'm still enjoying it. I mean, I think I might read the third, but I would maybe give this series overall like a 3.8. So I'd say definitely not my strongest recommendation. Anyways, what are we going to be reading in this reading vlog, you may ask, if I just have told you that I've just finished the second book? Well, that is a very good question. We have two options, okay? And I actually don't know what I want to read next. The first option is the third book in this series. So it's called The Dawn of the Cursed Queen. Sounds interesting. Sounds very fantasy-esque. We already know the drill. And then the second option is our book club read. Because if you didn't know, with our podcast, we have a book club, which is the best time ever. And our August book club read was just voted for. And it's Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaghy. And I'm very excited for that one. Depending on what I choose, I'll give a bit of a synopsis tomorrow. But I think my plan is for now, for this evening, I'm going to drink this tea and I will read. Let's set ourselves a bit of a goal here. I'm going to read, let's say 15 pages. And if I by then don't know yet, then, we're going to have to reevaluate our goal. But let's go with that, 15 pages of each. And then let's see what I'm more in the mood for. I honestly have no idea. Because obviously it makes sense to continue with the fantasy series, because I think once you like stop and start with the fantasy series, chances are you're going to be out of it, and then that's a big problem, because then you've got another unfinished series, and I've already got quite a few of those. However, Wild Dark Shore could be a big vibe because it's set on this like remote island from what I hear. There's a thriller, there's a family element, there's a mysterious guest. It sounds very atmospheric, and it sounds like it could be the perfect atmosphere and setting for this house that we're at right now. So, you see my dilemma? We've got some good options here. So, anyways, I think my tea's still too hot to drink, but should we try it together? This is my first time drinking this tea. My mom brewed it. It's not too hot. It's the perfect temperature. This was great because it was way too hot when I first came into the room. And then I chatted to you guys, and now it's the perfect temperature. Let's read, shall we? I'm excited. I'm going to start with The Dawn of the Cursed Queen, just because, we're already in the series. Also, my Kindle's charging, so please disregard, but this is the cover. Looks like a lot of fantasy books, I'm not going to lie. But you know what? I love them. I love them all, so can't complain, really. We've got a map. This is very exciting. We haven't had a map before, or we have had a map before, but not this one. So this is good. This is good stuff. Good morning. Okay, this is the first morning. We don't have coffee yet, so that is a big problem, which will be fixed tomorrow, because I just can't believe that I'm waking up looking at a very, very beautiful view, to be fair. So that makes it definitely better. And I don't have any coffee. We do have our tea again, the herbal tea, so that's good. And we've got a book update, a reading update. So obviously yesterday I told you guys I would read the 15 pages of each book and then decide. I have to admit, I fell asleep whilst reading Wild Dark Shore last night. So I did have to finish that this morning, but I did finish 15 pages of both books, which means I'm at 6% now of Wild Dark Shore, and now I'm at 4% of The Dawn of the Cursed Queen. And it's really difficult because I just don't know what to do. I think I'm going to continue. I really like the beginning of Wild Dark Shore. It really grips you immediately. It starts with so many like interesting tidbits of like a woman washes upon shore. You don't know if she's going to survive. You don't know who she is. this family lives on this mysterious island. You find out like very, very early on that it's this island that is kind of made to, you know, breed these seeds for humanity survival. And there was, you know, a lot of scientists that were there, but now they're all gone and they're going to have to leave the island. You don't know why. And you don't know what this family story is. They seem to also have secrets. You also have multiple POVs. The dad seems a bit odd. There's a dad and 3 kids. The dad seems odd. He just went somewhere into a cottage and he needed to clean blood. And I'm like, oh. Anyways, this happens within the first 15 pages, so no spoilers. I don't think that can count as a spoiler. But anyway, so it's really starting in a very intense way. And the writing is very beautiful. I'm enjoying it. But again, I'm in the middle of a fantasy series. So obviously it's difficult to then just stop. Do you know what I mean? Like there was cliffhangers. So I think I'm just going to continue with The Dawn of the Cursed Queen, knowing that I will read Wild Dark Shore anyways. Who knows? Maybe even on this trip. I was sitting in the cutest cafe that we found literally all day, and they had very yummy food actually and good coffee, so I was very happy because I was like, oh my god, how am I going to get through the day without coffee? That's like pretty much the essential to life, right? And now the cafe is closed. I got myself a chai latte, so very excited to try that. One of my first tries of the season, let's put it that way. Very excited. One of my favorite drinks. And the vibes right now are pretty perfect. I'm in this tiny town square on an island that we drove to, only like 20 minutes away from our house. And my parents are around somewhere doing something, no idea. My phone is dying and I forgot to bring a charger, so I'm recording on my camcorder now, but recording audio on my phone. So hopefully I managed to sync this up in post, and hopefully the video quality isn't too bad, and you know, we're all having a good time. The plan now is enjoy this chai and sit in this beautiful town square, enjoy the weather, because honestly it is the perfect temperature right now. It is warm but not too warm. It is, I don't know, like even the sky is like perfect. It's like a little bit cloudy but not too much, like sun isn't shining too much. It's beautiful. Perfect chai drinking weather. I have this book sleeve here. I ordered this on Etsy and I really got made fun of by my boyfriend for ordering this because he was like, this is the stupidest purchase you've ever made, and it did cost me an obscene amount of money. By that I mean €40, which is pretty crazy, but it is really cute and it fits a lot of things. So in this I have my journal, which I probably will start with. I think I'm going to journal a little bit. I've got my Kindle in here, and then I have a little drawings book that I'm completing. This is very vulnerable, but it's my boyfriend's birthday soon, and I am making a little drawing for him every day of the month leading up to his birthday. I'm actually a little bit behind, so that's a problem. So maybe I should maybe I should also do that. And then obviously we need to read. I also saw that behind me, completely by coincidence, in the same square that the cafe was, is a library. And my mom said she went in and she said she saw a very, very small selection, but she did see some English books. So I feel like we should go investigate that after we've had our little session here in the town square. I need to show you guys around as well, because I'm just talking in public, which is pretty weird, but it's because there's literally not a single soul around. And that's beautiful, honestly. Not used to that. I'm feeling cozy, feeling unobserved right now. So let me show you guys the vibes. I did make myself a Denmark bucket list. Let's see, shall we share what's on here? I feel like I'm talking so much. I got feedback on the last video that I was talking too little, and I fear I have taken this too literally now, and like now I'm talking too much, but alas, I can edit out the boring bits. which may be everything. So please feel free to give me more feedback. On my bucket list is film my YouTube video. We're doing it. Allow myself to let go, romanticize my life, and enjoy. Wake up at 6 a.m. one day. That's going to be difficult. Definitely didn't do that today. I woke up at like 8 a.m. But I think that's also fair. We went to bed really late. I say we because you were right there with me. But let's see. Definitely want to wake up at 6 a.m. one day and do like a walk. Or there's also a sauna in our house, which I really want to try. Said be present with my family. Don't know if I properly gave this intro, but you know, obviously I'm here with my family of 4. So my parents, me and my brother. And it's been years since we did a holiday, just the 4 of us. So it's pretty special. It's my brother's 18th birthday. And I just, want to not be consumed by worries and like don't let my brain take over and think about stupid things, and instead just be present with them because I love them so much. And I don't get them to see them as much as I would like to because we live in different countries. I said go to see a body of water. Pretty sure there's some type of sea pretty close, so that should be possible. Said read lots, get up to date with my drawing book, journal daily, even if it's just 1 line. So that's what we got to do. Visit a small town. I mean, I can already tick that off. Don't know if like sitting in a cafe working counts as a visit, but now I'm in the town square, and if we go visit the library, I feel like that definitely counts. And I wrote down buy 1 souvenir. Yes, I really want to find ideally ceramics or something. I think they have such cute crockery pottery here, which I would love to acquire. And I also would have to find something to bring home to Marco. But yeah, ideally something in like the home space. Or I obviously love the Scandi style, so if I can find something that's more like a vintage shop or something like that, that would be sick. I have Friday off, which is also my brother's birthday, and I know that my brother really wants to go vintage shopping, which is very aligned with my wishes for what I would do on a perfect day. So that's going to be the souvenir acquiring day, I reckon. I can't find my pen, so let me search for that, and then let's do this. I have been reading for a bit, but I have to be honest, I feel like this is the worst time to be filming my first ever reading video because I'm in a bit of a slump, I have to say. I think it's like I'm at the 3rd book of a fantasy series that I'm like not 100% sure of, and I am enjoying reading it, but I'm also like not completely hooked. And the thought of reading a book that I already know, yes, is going to have payoff, but it's going to take me hundreds and hundreds of pages to like properly get that. And I don't know, I've already heard like, oh, it's got 3rd book syndrome, like all these things. And yeah, I'm just like, things are pissing me off right now about that book, but I'm already at 12% of The Dawn of the Cursed Queen. And then Wild Dark Shore, I'm 6% into it. I'm not fully invested. Again, it's because I'm reading 2 books at the same time and trying to figure out what. Classic slumpy material, which obviously means that I'm not into either of them. I am not a person that could be in 2 stories at once whatsoever. This is like very unlike me normally. I'm a mood reader, 100%. Like, I'm a seasonal reader, I'm an ambiance reader. I normally know like what I'm in the mood for, and then I'll choose based off that, and I just can't decide what mood I'm in. I also was like, oh my god, should I just start a little bit of a summer romance, like just the last one of the year? But that's also not the vibes. I'm also 6% on that one that I just started. I'm like, oh my god, it's all not right.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're in the supermarket. We are trying to grind coffee. Let's see if we have understood the Danish.
Let me try.
Oh, it's working. Hey. Oh, let's see. Wow.
Let's see if it aftertaste is good.
Okay, tomorrow. Well, I guess are you gonna try after dinner?
Yes.
Okay. What do we do this evening?
The games.
Played imposter. We tried to do TikTok dances. And now we can make some coffee together whilst I give a reading update. I actually didn't speak to you guys at all yesterday. It was, I was going to say like a pretty busy day. I guess it wasn't necessarily, but I did film some clips, so I hope you know what happened. We literally just went for a walk in the morning, and then I worked during the day. I was able to work outside, so that was a win. That was great. And then in the evening we had dinner and we played some games, some board games, so that was cute. And something exciting happened, reading related, which I do want to update you on, but first I need to get the hot water. Last we spoke, we were in the town square and I was having a bit of a reading slump, wasn't I? But now I can very proudly say that I'm out of the reading slump. And it is not with the books that you may think. I decided I was going to read a book that I have been wanting to read for so long. It's been on my TBR for the longest time. And in this environment where it's like so many plants around and like so much nature, so much peace, and it feels very magical, mystical, shall we say, it only felt right that my next read is, or my current read is, The Spellshop by Beth Durst. So yeah, I started that yesterday. I'm at 10% now. I have to admit I did not have that much time to read, but I'm really, really enjoying the vibe so far. The atmosphere of the book, it's very, very cozy. It's like peak cozy fantasy, which I haven't read in so long because that is very much a genre that I tend to reserve for autumn. But this book doesn't feel just autumn related. Let's set a timer. I have 3.5 more days left here, and I think I will be able to finish it. If not here, then on my way back, so. Are you going to be taking this book?
No, I am going to bring up the bowls.
Ooh.
Sound. Was habe ich gelesen?
Lord to me. Na, 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 na.
Oh, horses!
Oh my god! Hello and good morning. This is our last full day in Denmark. It's crazy. The time has flown. I had the coziest morning reading The Spellshop today. It's my brother's birthday, so it's a very exciting day. No work, finally. And I was reading today, this morning in the rocking chair, and it was like perfection. It was so cozy. I'm now at 45%, so I've made some good progress. Sorry for the background noise. We're in the midst of leaving. Gloria, you want to say hi? How do you feel now that you're 18? Nothing. No response. I'm being ignored.
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, really enjoying this book. I really want to pick up the physical copy, and I checked. If I ordered it online, the earliest it would arrive is next Thursday. It's currently Friday, so that's not going to do me any good because I'll probably be finished with the book by then. But then my mom had the great idea to call our local bookshop to see if they could order it into store or if they have it in store. I called, very old school, haven't done that in, I don't know, maybe ever. I called the bookstore and they indeed said that they don't have it, but they can order it and it will be in the bookstore ready for me to pick up tomorrow when we get back to Hamburg, which is crazy. This is a crazy service. It's Thalia, the Thalia bookstore. It's a huge chain in Germany, so if you live close to one, definitely recommend doing that. That's crazy. My mom said that sometimes they even do it same day. They can order a book, which I just think is wild. Like, that's much better than supporting Amazon. That's for freaking sure. So, yes, things have developed in the book. It's very cute now. She's officially opened her jam shop, ex spell shop. She's officially delving into the realm of magical spells without giving any spoilers. But I'm just, it's not that like crazy things are happening. It's just that the vibes are really, really cute and wholesome and magical. And I'm just loving it. Today, our plan is we are going to a small town called Aarhus. I think. Don't know. Need to confirm the name. I'll put it on screen. Whee! So we're going upon my brother's birthday wishes, and we're gonna go to some vintage stores. I'm still looking for my souvenir, whatever that may be. And then we want to find a cute, cozy coffee shop. And my god, don't want to know how many times within this vlog I've said the words cute or cozy. They're like very, very imperative for my vocabulary. And this evening we're gonna go get some ramen in that town, I believe. So we're gonna go now. Without further ado.
All down.
Yeah, good. This is a local little drink. It has the cutest packaging I've ever seen in my life. Breeze Bruggery. That's so cute. Okay, let me try it. And this is a chai. We found a book cafe. Good morning. It is the last day of our trip officially. We are leaving in about 3 hours. We are sad. We kind of need to pack. Maybe 3 hours is actually a lie. Maybe it's 1.5. I was supposed to wake up at 6 a.m. to hit my bucket list, but I went to sleep at 2 a.m. So that just was never going to happen. I recently started watching Vampire Diaries again. And by recently, I mean literally on this trip. And I've been really, really, really loving it. So, you know what? I'm not going to be upset at myself, but I thought we'd give a little bit of a reading update because we have come a bit of a way since I gave the last update whilst we pour our coffee. I'm at about just over 60% now, and the action it's properly kicked off now. Like right now I'm at a very, very tense moment, and that's why I need to get right back to that rocking chair and keep reading again because it was very intense. It was very intense. So we're at the tension. The tension's building. It is still the cutest book ever, and it is kind of high stakes when you think of like the world and what she's dealing with, and you know what she's doing, and the fact that she's literally a refugee. Like she had to flee from her home. Everything burnt down. But I feel like in the way it's written and like the descriptions and all the magic, it feels very low stakes, which I think is kind of perfect for a cozy fantasy book. I know that it's also described as a romantasy on Goodreads, which I don't think it really falls into that category. And I think if you like traditional romantasy books, and are expecting that, then it's definitely not that. I think it's very much cozy fantasy. The closest book that I would describe it to is probably the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I've also read all of the books, and I love them so much. So it makes sense why I would love this book. The romance is developing, though. That's not to say that there isn't any romance. So there's been something happening, but you know, nothing. There's been no confessions of feelings, no physical action, like nothing. It's just the tension is building, and it's just super sweet. The main character is actually adorable. He's like the opposite of grumpy. It's almost like she is grumpy and he is sunshine. He is like super, super helpful, and he's this very, very kind person who's like always going out of his way to help her, but also help everyone. And yeah, I like that as a trope. I like that it's a little bit different to what you usually would read. And my coffee's made, so let's go sit in a rocking chair and read, shall we? To be fair, I've really gotten used to this French press coffee. It's the first time that I've been using it. Hello, we are back home. That's crazy. I feel like this week went by so quickly, and it also felt like I was in Denmark and in that house for like the longest time. So that's just how it goes with holidays, isn't it? But yeah, we drove for a very long time. My body feels a little stiff, but now we are back, and the plan is to pick up the spell shop. I actually ended up not only watching Vampire Diaries with my brother in the car ride, but I also ended up reading bits of the other fantasy book that I started, the third of the Book of Azrael series, or the Gods and Monsters series. I was reading that in the car, and I got to about, I think like 25%, because I didn't want to continue reading the spell shop because I knew that I was probably going to then finish it, and I've just been having the best time ever with that book, and I haven't had that in such a long time where I'm like actively, I do not want to finish it. I do not want to leave this world, first, and then second, I knew that I was going to go pick up the physical copy from the bookstore, which is where we're going now. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just, read the other book in between, which again, I know that I want to come back to anyways. So that was, I haven't really done that before, like actively prolonged finishing a book. I do know that there's a second in the series, obviously. So let's see if I find it today, I'll pick it up immediately because I gotta do it. But yeah, ready to go. I'm wearing some new pants that I thrifted yesterday. Yeah, this is the outfit. And then it was time to head to the bookstore. I was so excited to be here. I love this bookstore. If you're ever in Hamburg, or in general somewhere in Germany, you have to go to a Thalia bookstore. I also need to talk about German bookstores in general because I really do think that they have the most special editions and sprayed edges of any books that I have ever seen. And I have been to many a country and many a bookstore, and this has been my finding. Look at this edition of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like, it's so cute. I didn't like this book, so I actually do not recommend this, but still, I just was having so much fun looking at all of the books. And I mean, is there anything better than spending time in a bookstore? I think not. Then I went to the concert with my mother, which was so sweet. And actually the next day I did finish the spell shop. I would give this a solid 4.6, 4.7. I really adored this book. And thank you so much for spending the week with me. I had so much joy recording this. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And please do let me know any feedback or any ideas for future reading vlogs. Bye.